So, this happened a week ago, and I'm still shocked at the audacity of the woman who confronted me. My best friend works at the only Home Depot in our town. The Home Depot is literally the only place in our town to buy stuff for the house, so everyone shops there. I typically go and hang out there with my best friend a couple of days out of the week. I work at the local library, and I get in free in the evening before my friend does. So I just go and hang out with her until she's done too. And then we go out and have fun. Sometimes, if she is busy or needs some help, I help her out in the store. Her manager knows this and is fine with me pitching in as it makes the work get done faster. Anyway, last week after I left work, I texted my friend and asked her when she would be free. She told me that she had another 2 hours of work left and that if I was free, she could use the help. I decided to go grab some froyo for both of us before I headed over. For context, my friend, I'll call her Abby, and I have been friends since birth. Our moms have been friends since high school, and Abby and I were born within 3 months of each other. We were basically raised together and are practically sisters. My point is that I know her very well, and I could tell that she was having a stressful day, and I knew that the froyo would cheer her up a little. When I got to the Home Depot, I saw that it was packed. They were having a 2-day sale, so pretty much the entire town was in the store. I quickly made it to the area that Abby was in charge of. As soon as I got there, I saw that Abby looked overwhelmed. A woman was shouting at her while ignoring what Abby was saying. I walked up to them and motioned to Abby from behind the woman who was arguing with her. She looked relieved to see me and told the woman that she had already explained that they no longer had the particular stainless steel mixer in stock. When that woman started arguing again, Abby just said that she was taking her break and walked away. I went after her and gave her the froyo. She thanked me and we both went outside so that we could eat our froyo and Abby could cool off. After we had finished eating, Abby told me how the whole day had been hell for her. A lot of people had decided to wait and buy the appliances they needed during the sale, but due to the number of people that were shopping, a lot of things had become out of stock. Instead of just listening to that very simple fact, people kept arguing with Abby and kept asking her to check because they were sure that she could find what they wanted in the back. I could tell how tired she was, but she could only stay outside for 10 minutes, so we headed back inside. Abby told me that she needed help with reshelving while she dealt with the customers. One of the biggest issues the store had during sales was that people would pick up something in a section and put it in their cart, but later, when they realized that they didn't want that item, then instead of returning it to where they picked it up from, they would just leave it where they were in a completely different section. So I hang out in Abby's section so much that I literally have everything that is stocked there memorized. So I grabbed a cart and just decided to go through the whole store, picking up all the things that belonged in her section that had been left here and there. The store was very crowded, so it was hard to maneuver through all the people, so I decided to ditch the cart and just return as many as I can by hand. I had gone through the kids and nursery section and returned all the appliances I found there to Abby in the kitchen appliances section, which is the section that she was in charge of. I had also combed the wall decor and furniture sections of the store and returned the appliances that I had found there as well. Because I had decided to do all of this by hand instead of using a cart, it took me multiple trips to make sure that I had everything returned. I was going through the bedding section of the store when I saw that someone had left a kettle lying on a pile of bed sheets. Before I could go and pick up the kettle, I saw an employee carrying a heavy cot, so I decided to go and help them with it. When I got near the employee, I saw that it was Katie. Abby and I had gone to school with her. When I asked her if she needed any help, she said yes and was very grateful. I helped her carry out the cot to where she needed it to go, and then we caught up for a few minutes. She had gotten a job at the store that day only and was a bit stressed because of how many people she had to deal with. I consoled her and then left to go and grab the kettle. I went back to the bedding section and grabbed the kettle. I also spotted a blender someone had left on the floor next to the display bed, so I grabbed that too. That's when someone pulled me from the back and started yelling at me. It was an older blonde woman, and she was trying to snatch the blender out of my hand. I stepped back out of her reach and asked her why she was shouting. She said that she knew that I was trying to steal from the store. She said that she had seen me going through the different sections of the store and seen me picking up whatever I wanted and taking it away. I tried to speak to her and explain why I had been doing that, but she refused to let me talk. She said that she had seen stories on the news about employees who take advantage of sales to steal things because it's the easiest time to misplace things. Because of her shouting, a huge crowd had gathered around us, and it was making me a little claustrophobic. I was trying to get space to breathe comfortably, so I was stepping back when the woman started shouting, saying that I was trying to run away because she had caught me. Someone from the crowd shoved me back and I almost fell. The woman was ranting about how she knew that the employees like me were hiding expensive items so that the customers would be forced to buy them after the sale was over at full price. She said that that's why she was told that the coffee machine she wanted was out of stock. The fact that she thought that there was a whole conspiracy going on against her made me laugh. She got even angrier when I laughed and started shouting that I was just proving her point. At that point, I had enough of her behavior and my claustrophobia was getting worse. So I also shouted that while her conspiracy theory made her think otherwise, I was not involved in anything like that because I did not work at the store. Other employees had also gathered around us by that time and were trying to dispel the crowd. The woman said that I was lying and that I obviously worked at the store, but the other employees backed me up and told her that I was just helping out my friend and wasn't actually employed by Home Depot. The other customers moved away when they heard that, but the woman refused to believe them too. She said that they would obviously lie and back me up because she had figured out the whole plan. The employees tried to tell her that the coffee maker she wanted had sold out earlier that afternoon, and that they had put in an order for more. They tried to explain to her that there was no conspiracy against her, but she just started shouting that they were trying to gaslight her and that we wouldn't get away with it. The woman asked us to get the manager because she wanted to get me fired for employee theft, even though I had stolen nothing. I told her the same thing, but she said that it was obvious that I was stealing the things that I had been collecting to bring back to Abby's section, and that she would make sure that I lost my job because of it. One of the other employees told me not to say anything else and went to go get the manager to handle the woman. When the manager arrived, the woman smirked at me, thinking that I was about to be fired. The manager asked her what the issue was, and she told him the same conspiracy theory that she had told me and the rest of the employees. She pointed to me and said that I was committing employee theft because I was either hiding the items I wanted for myself so I could steal them after the store shut, or because I was hiding items so that people like her wouldn't be able to buy them on sale and would have to pay full price for them later. The manager looked shocked at the accusations the woman was putting on me and told her that I was not employed by the store. Abby had also arrived at the scene by then because of all the commotion and told the woman and her manager that she had asked me to gather the things that had been left in the other sections by customers so that they could be put in their proper place. The woman said that she didn't believe anything we were saying and that we were probably in on the whole scheme together, and that she wanted to see the security tapes because they would prove that I was lying. In order to end the drama, the manager agreed and he brought the woman, me, and Abby to his office and playing the security tapes. The security tapes proved that I had only picked up items that belonged in Abby's section, and I returned them from there. But while the tapes were playing, I noticed something else. The woman who had accused me of stealing had ripped the tag off of one of the items and stuck it in her purse. I also saw the woman take some old bed sheets out of her carry bag and then put them on the shelf and put new ones from the shelf into her bag. I point all of this out to the manager, and he called security to come and frisk the woman and check her bags. The woman started shouting that she was a loyal customer and shouldn't be treated that way, but the security guard found all of the things that she was trying to shoplift in her bag and on her person. The manager told the woman that she was going to be banned from the store for life for shoplifting and the unnecessary drama that she had caused and made an already hectic day even worse. He also told her that he was calling the police and was going to report her for shoplifting. The woman started ranting again, but the manager had her removed from the store and told the security guard to watch over her until the police arrived to take her in. All of the other employees were happy that she was banned for life because she was a regular customer who always made their life hell when she came in. Hey y'all, I'm currently feeling like the living dead and stuck in bed, so I've decided to share this ongoing tale with you all. I'll be sure to post updates if anyone is interested. My partner, a 30-year-old male, and I, a 25-year-old female, started our relationship 5 years ago. When we met, I found out that he shared a mortgage with his mother-in-law because when her ex left, she couldn't hold the mortgage. Boyfriend had a good job and decided to step up. We hadn't met yet and he was single and living there, so he didn't think much of it, and that was his mom, and he's a wonderful son in person. I moved in with him after 7 months. I know that's pretty soon, but there were some unforeseen events that led me to just stay. And that's when I started to realize that there was something really off about his mother-in-law. To give a visual of the house, it's a 2-story house with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms upstairs, and 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom downstairs. When I moved in, we lived in his bedroom upstairs. All downstairs was absolutely filled to the ceiling with junk and boxes, almost like an episode of Hoarders. Completely unlivable. There's also a laundry room down there, and that's where we all did our laundry. We were finally able to convince mother-in-law to get her crap out of the way so we can move downstairs and have a bit more privacy. There's a door leading to the living room downstairs, and she would use that to go get the laundry. We spent most of our time in our living area and got tired of her constantly coming through it. So I tried to talk and make a compromise. There were 2 other ways to get to the laundry room. One way is down the outside stairs to the laundry room door, and the other is through the garage and through the hall. I went and bought some curtains to set up on either side of the doors so she had her own special hallway. She kept coming through after agreeing to use the other ways. One day, we replaced the doorknob with a knob with a lock that locked from the inside. We had locked up and left the house for a few hours. When we got back, we found that she had taken a butter knife and forced to open the lock. Something that could have easily been avoided. When we confronted her, she got on the floor and cried, and my boyfriend went over to comfort her. That's when I realized that she manipulates him. I only asked why she did that, and she broke down with crocodile tears. Eventually, I convinced my boyfriend to get away, and we moved into an apartment in town. It was bliss. I think there he started to gain a lot more confidence and stopped talking to mother-in-law as much. This was all 4 years ago. After we moved out, mother-in-law decided to spend a bunch of money and renovate the downstairs and make the house into a duplex-style situation with her living in the bottom. It's separate now, and she's invading no one's space. She charges a tenant $2,200 CAD to live upstairs, which pays her almost paid-off mortgage and all of her bills. Boyfriend is still on the title and mortgage of the house. When he was there, he was paying everything, including her phone bill. Another thing to add, mother-in-law does not work. So, fast forward to now, I'm 2 months pregnant with my boyfriend's baby, and we're starting a family. And my boyfriend has asked to move upstairs so that we can have a bigger home to raise our baby in. Well, she said no. We asked her to take his name off, but nope. She refused to let him live in the house. She won't buy him out. She won't take his name off because that would mean she can't keep the house. She cannot keep the house without my boyfriend. Her reasoning is that she wants to save for her retirement, and she needs the $4,000 and more a month that she makes from the tenant and alimony. She wasn't even married to the guy, disability from the government, and all the other under-the-table work, while we are currently grasping at straws. My boyfriend has finally realized that his mother doesn't give any crap about him or his child, and now we are going to take her to court. The house is worth almost $700,000. We are going to force a sale for half. Basically, she's proved time and time again that she's a selfish, greedy woman who takes advantage of her son. Her other son does not talk to her or see her, even on holidays. We understand why now. I'm honestly just still in shock at the fact that after everything he's done for her, she won't do the same. Also, she has a lot of money. Update. Thank you everyone for your comments and support and advice. I have weighed the pros and cons, and we have decided that we want to court order an eviction of the tenant so we can move in. One day when she's gone, we will inherit the entire home, and this way ensure an optimal future for our baby. My dad is a carpenter and will be walling off the door that leads from her house to ours, so we have some extra security. We do not have to interact with her if we choose not to. She is going to throw a huge fit, but we are strong-willed and my boyfriend is legally entitled to live in his house. This is the best course of action we think, as we may not be able to get half, and the money we do get will be spent on legal fees. The process is just too long and hard, and this way we will get what we need without the hassle. Mother-in-law will just have to warm up to the idea and appreciate what she still has. I will update again if any more juicy information comes my way. Much love to you all. Edit. I don't in any way think I'm entitled to any of this money. I just say we out of habit because we are just a team with things, I guess. Court wasn't my idea. I tried to leave any of that stuff up to him because it isn't my house. 01. It's actually a very good thing that she refused to give you guys the top floor of the house. It would have enabled her to get insanely involved in your life and with your baby. And she sounds like the kind of in-law who would force herself into being involved with every decision for the pregnancy and baby. She will force you to let her into the delivery room. She will ignore and disrespect you guys as parents and will blatantly stop your boundaries and rules. She will belittle and mock you. She will act like she's the mother and she will demand to be called mama. She will gaslight you and manipulate the crap out of you. She will call the baby her baby and she will always give you her advice and opinions. That's dangerous, unsafe, unhealthy, outdated, and bad, and will get nasty when you don't follow them. She will turn into a vile, disrespectful, unsupportive, inconsiderate, selfish, despicable, arrogant, toxic, malicious, and manipulative a-hole. Get her out of your life now. Being a grandparent is a privilege, not a right.